Title: The Ninth Crusade, a detailed exploration of motivations, events, and consequences in the context of medieval Europe. Introduction: The Ninth Crusade occupies a unique place in the annals of medieval history, serving as the final major attempt by Western Christendom to regain control of the Holy Land from Muslim rule. Spanning from 1271 to 1272, this crusade encapsulates the convergence of religious fervor, political ambitions, and military strategies that characterize the Crusades era. Despite its relatively short duration, the Ninth Crusade was a complex and multifaceted endeavor that left a lasting impact on the geopolitics of the time. This essay aims to provide an in-depth analysis of the Ninth Crusade, exploring its motivations, key events, and long-term consequences within the broader context of medieval Europe. Motivations. The motivations driving individuals and institutions to participate in the Ninth Crusade were diverse and interconnected, reflecting the complex interplay of religious, political, and economic factors prevalent in medieval Europe. At its core, the Ninth Crusade was fueled by religious zeal and the deeply ingrained belief in the sanctity of Jerusalem and the other holy sites of the Levant. For devout Christians, the liberation of these sacred places from Muslim control was not only a religious duty, but also a means of attaining spiritual redemption and eternal glory. The charismatic preaching of figures such as St. Louis IX of France and Pope Gregory X further galvanized support for the crusade, portraying it as a divine mission sanctioned by God himself. However, alongside religious fervor, political considerations played a significant role in shaping the Ninth Crusade. Throughout the 13th century, Europe was characterized by a complex web of rivalries and alliances among monarchs, nobles, and ecclesiastical authorities. Participation in the Crusades offered rulers the opportunity to consolidate their power, enhance their prestige, and expand their territorial influence. King Louis IX of France, in particular, saw the Ninth Crusade as a means of solidifying his position within France and asserting his authority on the international stage. Moreover, economic incentives also played a part in motivating individuals to join the crusade. The promise of plunder, land grants, and trade opportunities in the Levant enticed knights, mercenaries, and merchants to take up the cross, hoping to reap material rewards from their participation in the Holy War. Key events. The Ninth Crusade officially commenced in 1271, when King Louis IX of France embarked on a military expedition to the Holy Land, accompanied by a diverse array of nobles, knights, and soldiers. Unlike previous crusades, which often relied on large-scale armies and grandiose campaigns, the Ninth Crusade adopted a more pragmatic approach, focusing on securing strategic objectives and forging alliances with local powers. One of the defining moments of the Ninth Crusade was the Siege of Tunis in 1270. King Louis IX, driven by his desire to weaken Muslim forces in North Africa and establish a base for further operations in the Mediterranean, led his troops in an assault on the city of Tunis. However, the Crusaders encountered numerous challenges, including logistical difficulties, outbreaks of disease, and ultimately, the death of King Louis IX himself. The failure of the Siege of Tunis dealt a significant blow to the morale and effectiveness of the crusading forces, casting a shadow over the prospects of success in the Holy Land. Despite setbacks in North Africa, the Ninth Crusade witnessed some successes in the Levant. In 1271, Prince Edward of England, later King Edward I, arrived in Acre with reinforcements, injecting new life into the crusading effort. Edward's military prowess and diplomatic acumen proved instrumental in negotiating truces with Muslim rulers and securing key territories along the coast, including the strategic city of Jaffa. Consequences. The Ninth Crusade concluded without achieving its primary objective of recapturing Jerusalem, but its impact reverberated far beyond the battlefield, shaping the course of events in the Levant and influencing the broader dynamics of Christian-Muslim relations. One of the most significant consequences of the Ninth Crusade was the further fragmentation of Christian territories in the Levant. Despite temporary gains, the inability to capture Jerusalem and establish a lasting foothold weakened the position of European powers in the region, paving the way for the eventual collapse of the Crusader states. The fall of Acre in 1291 marked the end of Christian presence in the Holy Land and signaled the failure of the crusading enterprise as a whole. Moreover, the Ninth Crusade underscored the limitations of European military power in the face of determined Muslim resistance. The failures at Tunis and elsewhere highlighted the need for more nuanced approaches to diplomacy and coalition building, rather than relying solely on brute force. The experience of the Ninth Crusade prompted European powers to reevaluate their strategies and alliances in the region, paving the way for future diplomatic initiatives and military campaigns. In conclusion, the Ninth Crusade was a complex and multifaceted chapter in the history of medieval Europe, shaped by religious fervor, political ambitions, and economic incentives. While it ultimately fell short of its objectives, the Ninth Crusade left a lasting impact on the geopolitics of the Levant and the broader trajectory of Christian-Muslim relations. Its legacy continues to be studied and debated by historians, offering valuable insights into the complexities of medieval warfare and the enduring quest for power and redemption.